My mama alilea through kazi ya ungochi, wengine walimuita maid, but I still believe on my wedding day she will become the best maid. Kwa mbali nimefika ni maombi. Daron sijaipata maombi, mostly nilikuwa kwa ile group ya maodi. Maybe ni venye nilikuwa na timeless ya kusoma, most of the time nilikuwa nasikiza timeless angalau nichore mistari noma. But despite all those struggles, I'm still here. Kizungu nilijua ilikuwa tu subject, now they want to subject me because it's the language I'm speaking, telling my private affair through public speaking. You see, uko lucky kama uko na jirani mwema, juu si jirani yetu ni mbea. Imagine juu kuna siku tumelala njaa na tukakula stories hapa, alafu tukalala usingizi wa pono, anadai si ni washerati.
Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My good name is Janyansi. If it's your first time here, kindly consider subscribing. To all the returning subscribers, thank you so much for the love, thank you for the support, I really appreciate. Today I'm in Kenya National Museum attending an event which is called SDG Village. Basically what SDG means, it's Sustainable Development Goals, which was formed back in 2013, and they have a vision to attain the goals by the year 2030 across all African countries. Some of the goals are zero poverty, no hunger, quality education, clean water, clean energy, clean growth, and many more. So kindly give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think about this video, and watch the video till the end.
Each basket, I tend to name them after each river, and each basket has a story. If just for a second. For example, this is recycled Manila, Juala. So we weave it, including the sisal. So this is the end product. And this is real leather. So this one, your child can grow up to 5-10 years, if it's still the same state. Woo.
All right, thank you so much, and apologies for that correction. So even as they exit, please feel free to interact with them. Feel free to take their card, take their numbers. So I see the Kenyans are asking how much before they
each basket, I determine the product depending on the design. So this is a size 14 basket. Pure sisal with leather handles. We call them sokota. So this is 2,000 for a size 14. Purpose for storage, toys, for putting in the throw blankets. The other one at the front, the same design like this, that is a size 16. It's bigger than this. That's 3,000 Kenya shillings. So they vary depending, but from 1,500, the collection that I have right now.
All right, thank you. I know the Ugandans are not asking for the price. They're just asking, where can I get it? So please make sure you visit them, and she will be around till the end of the day. Thank you. Another round of applause at the end.
All the way from Nakuru, and I'm here. I'm very honored for this opportunity. So I do poetry and a bit of social justice. Ningeambiwa ni rank wa say, trust me, kila msee angepata grade ya E, kwa sababu wa Kenya tunakuanga na extra experiences za poverty, na tunakuanga tumereloadanga nyuma ka load ya transist. Nita insist, you see, hata wale walini accused of stealing their lines, sasa wanadai in YBS how to become successful. Mjinga amerevuka, I'm now that successful. Sky's the limit, na to fly sitaji Red Bull, nilipass school of life, you maybe me na wetu we never went to the same school. Sis, let me tell you, if he has a wife, we si bibi wa pili, we ni dem tu. So fanya kila kitu before kupumzika, make sure you overcome the rest. Lazima kuonja struggle, so it's your sweetness ya success unless you ever been put on a test. Wakikuuliza ni huu ni msanii, najitambulisha. Look sahi najilisha, food sahi najilisha kwa hisani ya spoken word sahi najilisha, have something on the plate, matisho inje sahi na invest. You see, happy with hata kama uko bita, lakini akifanya kitu poa hata makofi we piga. Nasema samani ufai kuslap huyo dem, lakini akifanya kitu poa hata makofi we piga. Hebu pigia wa mama makofi, pigia mademu wetu makofi. You see, sikujui jina but ndo kueshua atapata ball, tumia mpira. I didn't believe it. Love is blind. Siku believe when my Kikuyu love aliponiandicate it's over between us. But anyway, she wrote, angekosaje kuni hurt na moyo wangu alikuwa asha still mpaka saa hii bado ni mimi mtoto wa mapenzi because she broke. You see young girls dating old men wanajua after 9 months wana expect wazae, na siku hizi itangua realize uzeni baraka, even babies born in cars siku hizi wanaitwa blessing. Niendelee ama nisiendelee? Niendelee ama nisiendelee? Nasema niendelee ama nisiendelee? Sema truth is. Sema truth is. Truth is life ni kama greetings, na una have to appreciate what you get leo, mara haba kesho utashika mo. Na ukishika mo, be ready for familiar questions like umetoka wapi, ni kama wamesahau umetoka the same uko. Truth is, ama ni venye age inakimbizana na mtandao. Siku hizi kuwa social na media hata ujue Facebook tuko. Apparently kuna wazazi si walezi. So this goes out to my future wife. I hope uko poa. Mimi niko training ya kuwa dad mpoa na nimeanza na kulea nywele juu naogopa kuona mzazi alishindwa kunilea. Sasa kazi ni ku raise 2 questions niaje nimegrow. But you see, tell me if it's right after dad ame left ilibidi mama kuwa player na to be a dad and a mom was a 2 roles. You see, divorce haikuwa yetu pekee, hata married to the game nasikia walishapewa talaka. That music tangu realize mafans wanawatakataka. Wasanii wa gospel siku hizi hawaimbi gospel, wanaimba stories zingine na wanatumia injili kujisambaza. Mara utasikia kwenye beat DK zimemoral, utasikia masterpiece sana amani, watakudanganya venye wa created in the image and likeness of God kisha ende Thailand kuongeza size ya mapaja. Yusi mrembo sahi bei ya mafuta imepanda, so kama ukijua kukula nauli si fair, lakini warembo wengine masikio ni mapambo ndo wakusikize, maybe ni about kujipodoa, ndo maana makeup imekuwa cause ya breakup kwa sababu mademu wengi wamefunika hadi sura za kuface challenges kwa ndoa. You see, high cost of living imefanya watu wahame estate to slums kusaka keja za dhao. Nasema tuendelee ama tuendelee? Tuendelee ama tuendelee? Tuongee nao wanasiasa, si ndio? High cost of living imefanya watu wamehama estate to slums kusaka keja za dhao. Ona sasa Karen anaishi Koma. Wanafunzi, to keep the fire burning haimanishi we put our fires on school. It's high time we take a look at that school motto or else itawachoma. Walimu, hata mshahara ikidelay, you need to strike a balance. Kazi si kugoma. Madaktari siku hizi nasikia ni kama hoteli zimekuwa better medical facilities kuliko hospitali, kwa sababu imagine daktari anaambia kiziwi anamnyima matibabu ati sikio la kufa alisikii dawa. So gavai bongi story ya food, kukula sasa tunategemea mtandao for feedback. Misaada watoi, cases ndio wako willing ku withdraw juu na pesa walinyonya juu wanatubeba kama wamesak. You see, Kenya mtu amemanga mahindi anageuziwa serial killer. Kuona haki imekuwa ngumu kama ile magava ingetumia project kutimiza. Huku wezi wa mashamba ndio wana run law firms. Hata farming expert haezi succeed kwa sababu mligrab land meant for their mothers because of greed. Nasikia Robert anaamini kwa street ndo kuna justice, but it's only meant for thieves. Hata mimi ni mtenda dhambi, kwanza nasikia video poa ndo kitu sina. But only God can judge our sins. Same way afande with or without uniform sare harass my youth hata kama wame dress to kill, ni look tu, na looks are deceiving, right? Yani hapa lisi, because of you police, people are dying because you want to earn a living. Ukiona bullet imetumika, jua kuna life imekatika. Magazine iko ready kupea newspaper topic za mada. Yani you see Northeastern si watu pekee, hata camels zinaangamia. Huku guns hazitoi ulinzi, zinatoa watu hai. Extra time ya judicial killing, at least hiyo time ungetumia kushoot shot kwa madada wetu wenye wako single here, amungeleta double tragedy here. You see, kama mmesahau ni kimiliki to be served, tutageuza polisi, tutawa replace na waiters. Kwa sababu mkono mrefu wa sheria it's only meant ya kuchukua breakfast, alafu inakuwa fupi, ikifika ni kushika mse alitumia shotgun. So life ni combination ya failure na success. Sema life ni combination ya failure na success. How many are proud of their mothers here? Like me, right? Na wangapi wako na afya bora hapa by show of hand? Lucky you. Mimi sina. All I have ni sweet lines, kaji word, trust me this is a minute made. You see, my mom alilea through kazi ya umbochi, wengine walimuita maid, but I still believe on my wedding day she will become the best maid. Kwa umbali nimefika ni maombi. Daron sijaipata maombi, mostly nilikuwa kwa ile group ya maodi. Maybe ni venye nilikuwa na timeless ya kusoma, most of the time nilikuwa nasikiza timeless angalau nichore mistari noma. But despite all those struggles, I'm still here. Kizungu nilijua ilikuwa tu subject, now they want to subject me because it's the language I'm speaking, telling my private affair through public speaking. You see, uko lucky ka uko na jirani mwema, juu si jirani yetu ni mbea. Imagine juu kuna siku tumelala njaa na tukakula stories hapa, alafu tukalala usingizi wa pono, anadai si ni washerati manze. So ni jirani
This is my third time here, and from the outset, everybody, when they heard that I was coming and they hadn't seen me, they just saw my name, Ole Tonke. They were like, "Oh, who is this guy coming?" So they at that time baptized me. That was back in '97, the White Maasai at that time. And even as you know, in Maasai, Ole means son of or relative to. Actually, in the Nordic language, it means exactly the same. So imagine two countries that far apart share exactly that. For me, after the main stage, this is the place to be. This is the SDG village. I want to start by really thanking all the people who have gathered together and made this SDG village possible. I know they have worked so hard, both on getting the hay here, the SDG symbols, everybody of you, and making a fantastic program for the next 3 days. So can we please give them a huge hand? And I know several of them because they were in Denmark, where we also at our People Dialogue Festival in Denmark have a similar SDG village. And that is not something that was there from the outset of our People's Dialogue Festival, but something that came along. But why? Because of that obvious reason that we are, I mean, the SDGs, if you look at them, also as my colleague said, this is what it's all about. If we achieve the SDGs in Kenya, Kenyans will have a better life. You will have better access to education, to health, gender parity, renewable energy, etc., etc. So the SDGs have everything to make the lives of Kenyans better. And that's what, again, all the politics is about how to improve the lives of the Kenyans. And what better point of departure than the SDGs as such. I'm so much looking forward to all the exciting events, and especially the first one of SDG Sustainable Fashion. That we don't even have in Denmark, I think, at least not on stage. So I think it's a great addition to the agenda as such. I also want to remind Kenyans that actually when the SDGs were made back in 2000 and, or when was that, 2015 or something, yeah? Kenya actually played quite an important role as a facilitator. One of your diplomats were one of the main characters shaping the SDGs together. So even though it's now a global thing and all countries in the world strive to achieve the SDGs, a lot of the inputs when they were done actually came from Kenya. So you should really be proud of that. And then there's all these competitions all over the world on what's your favorite SDG, which goal speaks best to you, and I think there's no wrong answer. But for me, the SDG 17, which is all about how do we then achieve them, because rightfully so, there's so many challenges all over the world nowadays, and we have a huge battle in order to achieve the SDGs by 2030. It's only 7 years from now, and I mean, hopefully we will get there in some countries for some of the SDGs, but there's also quite a number of them that honestly will not be possible to achieve. That doesn't mean we shouldn't try, but we are not going to get there in only 7 years. That's for sure. But in order to do as big a push as possible, it is so important that everybody in society comes together and work towards achieving the SDGs. And of course, the duty bearer, the government of Kenya, the state, has a huge role and responsibility in that. But they can't make it on their own. They need also civil society input from all spheres and communities of Kenya to help them come up with ideas, solutions, tell them what is wrong, what needs to be done better, etc., etc. And then finally, you need the private sector of Kenya to help, because they are the ones who are going to deliver all the different things in terms of water, in terms of sustainable consumption, even sustainable fashion. And the private sector is also going to come with a lot of the financing for the SDGs. So it has to be, I mean, of course you have to look at your government and ask them questions and say that you are responsible, but you also need to look at your civil society, or you also need to look at your private sector, and you also need to look at yourself. What can I do to actually push these things forward? And I hope that the next 3 days will spur a lot of debate around that, and a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of promises, a lot of ideas for solutions way forward to achieve the SDGs. So I'll leave you on that note, and thank you so much, and have a great People's Dialogue Festival. Thank you so much.
Right now, you know, there's a drought, and again, we keep sometimes making progress, and we come back because of issues of drought, and that's why we need to talk about climate action, how to conserve the climate, how to ensure that there's equal distribution of resources, and today being our International Women's Day, then how do we ensure that issues of equality can be achieved in our institutions, but also at national political participation and so forth. I want to stop there, but I'll be able to come back later. Thank you. As a solution for Africa. So they were very prescriptive in nature, and they were talking more about the problems that Africa was facing, and so it wasn't about the world. So that's something that you need to know. And so then the conversation was, how do we solve the current problems that are going, pandemics, a lot of deaths, maternal deaths, a lot of newborn, just all these challenges that were seen then in 2000 and before 2000. And so fast forward in around 2013, 2012, there was an evaluation of the MDGs then to see where are we at as the world, as continent, as the African continent. Unfortunately, a lot then was not achieved. There was a lot of progress. If you remember, for example, in Kenya, the manifesto then of our president, Mwai Kibaki, when he talked about free primary education, this was something from the MDG goals. and so there was a lot of progress, but